Hello and good morning. Welcome to Wake and Make with me, Nealay Patel. I'm a designer here at Jesse James Beads, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about a very special book that is written by two very dear friends of mine. So, without further ado, check it out. It is called Seed Bead Revolution. This is absolutely fantastic. I just wanted to say that they have done a great job with all of the written instructions. But before I even get into that, the concept behind this book is if you're a beading wire addict, you're gonna love it because they have taken self-flex beading wire and have combined it with all sorts of the newer seed bead shapes that are out currently in the market. There are two-holed ones, different shaped ones, different sizes. It is amazing what they keep coming out with, and I think they have created some very spectacular, over 30 patterns in this book called Seed Bead Revolution, carried by Jesse James Beads. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for carrying this. But let me flip through the book because they have some really incredible things in here. Firstly, to start out with, it gives some info on the authors. They're incredible ladies, extremely creative, very, very, I'd say approachable and friendly, and they just want to be everyone's bead friend out there. So I absolutely enjoy them. I've known them for years and years, and they're just absolutely lovely people. But check this out. They have gone through and added details for each of the different types of seed beads that are out there. Whoops. And a little description for each one of those. So you're not sort of blindly going into what these materials are. They have full descriptions of everything, including the beading wire that you'll be using for the projects. So it's broken down, even the tools. They have a whole section on tools and things that would help you to construct the project. So again, very well done. They even use patina paints, and a couple of tutorials ago actually used vintage patina paints as well, and had a very fun experience with those. So I really love those ideas. They move on to techniques within the book as well, some basic stuff, what you do with crimps. Very good stuff. But the projects especially, very well photographed. You can see exactly what the project is and some very concise instructions on how to create it. Now or I should say they both have included some variations on the designs themselves, and so you're getting kind of, colorway A and colorway B. So it's a lot of work that they put into this, and I'm very impressed with that. For today's project, I wanted to take a project from this book and actually make it with you guys and show you how easy it is to do it. So I think I picked out, let me flip to it. It's called Balloon Fiesta. I just love this piece. It uses the two-hole tilas, what I think that's how you pronounce them. And it's an easy technique and just a quick and fun, easy necklace to make. So I thought I'd start with that. So I'm going to flip down the camera and we're going to get started. All right. So let's go to that. Oops, sorry guys. Some technical issues here. There we go. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to adjust those little details, but hey, that's what technology does. Okay, there we go. Now we're back on track. All right, couple basic tools for creating this project. I'm going to use these Xuron crimpers, which are fantastic. Jesse James Beads carries both of these tools, so thank you guys. Xuron flush cutters and the crimpers, so check those out. Here on my beadboard, let me move these guys out of the way. I kind of constructed one side just to show you the finished product. So let me just zoom in on that. And I'm using beads from the Hindu Goddesses collection. And then these are from the mini mix, actually, from the Hindu Goddesses collection. And then I just added these little cool milky check beads to kind of space things out. And then here I have the Tila beads in with the soft flex wire. So pretty good combo. And I do want to make a quick note on the pendant. This is also from the Hindu Goddesses collection, but This little component came from the mini mix from that particular collection, and what I did was it had a little loop on top, but I actually just cut it off and then I just glued it directly onto the pendant, and it kind of made a cool, like, layered, unique pendant in itself, and so I kind of dig it, and just thought I'd share that with you guys. But to get started, you're going to need some Sufflex wire, and here I'm using medium in the Extreme collection. This is a 24K gold, which looks like this. It's beautiful, and this is the 10-foot spool, as you can see right here. But I cut about 2 feet off and just folded it in half, and then all I did was just put a 2mm crimp on one end and slid it down, or on both ends I should say at the same time. And I'm going to crimp it close to my pendant there firstly, so let me grab my crimpers and show you how easy this is. You want to make sure that you're using the bottommost notch there. You could see that little V that kind of goes into that groove. And so what I like to do is have the groove part down, stick my 2mm crimp into it, and then make sure everything is nice and lined up, and just give it a good press. If it works correctly, you should see those 2 bead wires separate into different chambers, or at least close to it, and then all you do is just flip it on its side, and this one can actually do 3 different size crimps. The 2mm one, which is what I'm using now, is going to go for the middle notch there. And so I'll align it into that, and just give it a good squeeze. And that's pretty much it. Oop, kind of missed it. Let's see if I can go back and redo that part. There we go. Nice and tidy. Now all I'm going to do is, since I've had my beads kind of laid out here, these are the Tila beads. Whoops, let's see if I can get a focus. They're square, but they have 2 holes in them, so you can kind of see there. What I'm going to do is just kind of gather these wires and just start stringing. So I'll have, whoops, if I can, there we go. I'll just string both of those on, and then like continue with my pattern. Looks like that's a different bead. Here I'm going to use this cool milky one, making sure that I am replicating the other side of my necklace so that they both match. But yeah, this is sort of the instant gratification part, I feel like, because I could just continue on stringing. But I love Sufflex wire for many, many reasons. This particular color, the 24K gold, it does not tarnish. It has a special coating on it, nylon coating that actually prevents it from tarnishing. So it'll stay this true, rich gold color for its lifetime and beyond. Also, if you accidentally crimp it with your, and like kind of bend the wire, you can actually use your fingernail to straighten it out, which I really like. I think that's also because of the nylon coating. Yeah, it's a fun wire to use, and I just love the quality of it. I've used Sufflex for about, I would say about 10 years now, and it's just consistently amazing. They also have, besides the gold, silver, and champagne colors, which are, to me, more than neutral, they do carry different colored ones as well. That she uses in Seed Bead Revolution, or they both do. So you can just go crazy and really just use your inspiration, use some of the beautiful designs in the book. Again, this is all of these materials you can find on www.jessejamesbeads.com. You can see I'm just stringing and babbling away. I'm almost done though, which is cool. I mean, you could see how quickly this goes. I'll do a zoom in on the directions for this design. I kind of know it already just because I completed that one side. But if you all have any questions about any of these techniques or materials that we're using, just feel free to comment or give us a shout out or message us. There's many ways to communicate. Today, Rihanna's on the other line for me, so thank you, Rihanna. for taking care of our customers. And we're almost done here, so I think this is my last bead. There we go. Okay, and to end this design, as you can see how quickly that went, I'm going to kind of measure up the same length of these and just put my finger over it. But I want to string on another crimp. Again, I'm using a 2mm gold crimp. And what I'm going to do, since I have my finger in place, this is sort of the hardest part of this whole thing, is trying to get all of these strands through, but the crimp should be big enough to accomplish that. But all I'm going to do is just make a little loop there at the top. Let's see if I get this other strand in. It can be a little bit tight, but you kind of just have to move those little wires out of the way and it should just fit through. There we go. So just even out your loops, and that'll be what you attach your jump ring to, which I will do here in a second. But once you've gotten those through, you could just crimp it, per usual. There we go. And you're going to use your flush cutters to trim off at the, well, basically as much wire as you can of that extra. There we go. And now you can attach your clasp, and I actually don't have one handy on me on my table, but I do have a jump ring that I'm going to attach it to, so simply open that up. Again, another use for these cool crimpers is it's got a little chain nose tip, so that you can really use it for other stuff. Pretty clever, I must say, for Xuron. This is amazing. Well, I wouldn't expect any less from them, I guess I should say. But I'm going to actually just close this together for now, that way I can put it on a neck form. But as you can see, that's pretty much it. And let me show you in the book what it looks like and what we just made together. So this is called the Balloon Fiesta. Here we go. That, and of course you recognize what those are, right? And of course see some of these other gold ones, but here's what I just made. So it's pretty close, I would say, in the technique and execution. But I'm using the Hindu goddesses beads instead. So that is pretty much it, minus the clasp, which I'll put on a little bit later. So let me flip the camera back around and I will show you what it looks like on a neck form. And flip. All right, here we are again, right? There we go. Sorry, my camera is a little bit lopsided. Okay, so we just made this fabulous design using inspiration and techniques from Seed Bead Revolution. Woohoo! Pretty cool. You guys should go try it out. Again, Jesse James Beads does carry it, so I highly recommend it. 30 plus beautiful projects. And if you haven't already check out the Goddesses collection. I'm telling you, these are some of the best beads that they've come up with. So if you love this tutorial, definitely subscribe to the Facebook notifications, I should say, for one thing. Don't forget to turn those on, but subscribe to the YouTube channel for Jesse James Beads. And you can catch me and Sarah and some other friends from Jesse James Beads. We're doing tutorials. We're here for your inspiration and creativity. If you love me, which I hope you do, you can check out my brand because I do tutorials on the side as well for beads and bubbles. I also have some really cool mystery boxes coming up at the end of this month. But just type it all out, beads and bubbles, and you should find me on Facebook and Instagram. I have pictures on there from all kinds of projects that we've worked on. So yeah, inspiration is everywhere. Anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely morning, and I will catch you again. The next collection from the goddesses that's coming up is the Norse goddesses. So we're moving past the Hindu goddesses and into Norse, and I've got some beautiful projects lined up for that. So stay tuned, and I will catch you guys here again soon. Have a great morning. Love y'all.